Thank you. finding Buddha CEO Foundation, and I'm always manifested to associate with the people whose second nature is meditation and service. I can say that I found my treasure here. I started my journey here. And when I started meditating with Buddha CEO, I have understood the importance of long meditations and wisdom sharing and service. I'm grateful to Vani Madam. She has encouraged me to do long meditation to come out of my health issues, like I was having some hormonal imbalance issue. So I'm really thankful to her. And she has suggested me to meditate in Pyramid Valley for 11 days. When I went there, that 11 days became 21 days. And that intense meditation helped me to understand myself, connect with myself. I have developed that connection with my own self that helped me to come out of my health challenges, and I started accepting my own self, and I'm empowered. So coming to the service, I always feel that when we are helping others, we think that we are helping others, but actually it helps our own self in coming out of our own barriers. We drop our ego and we enjoy that oneness and we get into that flow state. So helping others is helping our own self. So service is, I feel that meditation, whatever we are learning, the qualities in meditation, the best way to practice all that we have learned is service. The best platform is service. So we understand very well. We think that, okay, we are very good. As you get into service, like you get to meet variety of people and you come across so many situations. So there you understand where you stand. So I feel that meditation and service has to become second nature of everyone. And so I'm enjoying my journey with the CEO. Thank you so much.
Welcome to day 38 of our program, dear friends and masters. So beautifully shared by one of our senior masters that meditation and service has to become a person's second nature for everyone. And today we are going to talk similarly on Ikigai, which means finding your purpose. And yes, as crazy it sounded to me as well in the initial years of my journey, that can everybody have their purpose? Can I have my purpose? But this book so deeply talks about that you are here, every person, every individual is here for a reason, and find your purpose, have a better life. Over to you, Shirisha.
Thank you so much, Kia. Namaste and welcome to all friends and masters once again to this amazing wide session. It's a privilege to be spending this time with all of you. So yeah, like Kia was giving a brief introduction, right? This question actually always bothered me, right from when I was in school. There was this unique game that people played in my school, right? I think maybe across other schools as well. So they used to ask this question, who are you? And then if I say I'm Shirisha, okay, it doesn't matter whether it's Shirisha or Kea, who are you? And then I would say I'm a girl. Then they would be like, no, it doesn't matter, you're a girl or boy. Who are you? So it got me thinking, it just went on in that loop with no proper answer. Even the person asking the question never really knew what the answer was. But it really got me thinking, right? This makes sense. Who am I? Why am I here? And so I always used to question on why am I born? What is my purpose? And I used to think back then that, my purpose in life is to make a difference in the society. Oh, I have so many good qualities. I'm blessed with good education, all of that. And that has to be used for the betterment of somebody else. And that's how I thought I had to become an IAS officer. And that's the way I would be making a difference in this society, right? So I started chasing and doing things just for that. So this question of what is our purpose in life is very important. And it does come to all of us at some point of other. And especially as meditators, um, that thought kicks in much more frequently. And I was so glad that already in this session previously, some youngsters were asking, how do I discover my purpose of life? And this one book, Ikigai, the Japanese secret to a happy life, right? So that book also revolves around this topic and answering that. So, and it's not that, our purpose of life remains the same. What I thought back then and what I'm doing right now is different. But am I aligned to my purpose or not is a question that constantly keeps coming to me even now. So our purposes can change. We can be in that flow state. We can find our purpose now and it could change. So based on our understanding of who we are and what we are capable of doing right now, our purpose also can keep changing. So, before coming to meditation, when we think we are this body, then our purpose would be around that. We would be thinking of, okay, I have to do something, I have to work hard, I have to choose a profession, I have to earn money, all of that. When we think mind, we will think much beyond that. Okay, how can I work? How can I contribute? What can I be doing? And then if we think we are the intellect, then again, our intention or our purpose would be about how do I be of service to others? And now when we think soul level, like I am everything that there is, then again, with that newer understanding, our purpose also keeps evolving. So, but this question, there should not be a limit of, okay, once I find my purpose, that's going to be the purpose of my entire life. It can change. And whenever you're confused, whenever you think that, oh no, I don't know what to do, I am discovering my purpose, it's still a great place to be. Right. We'll get to the topic shortly, and we'll also look at some senior masters or some other authors who have discovered their purposes and how they look at purpose of life, right? So never doubt yourself. Don't think it's a bad thing that you're having this question that you want to discover. It's a great question to have. Only when we have questions like this will we start learning and evolving, right? And each of us is definitely born to experience. If we are here on this planet Earth, that means we are here to experience something. And what is it? What is that unique thing that I have? How can I experience it? How can I learn more and evolve? So while we understand all of these questions and try figuring out the answers, when we will discover our life purpose and move ahead in life. So we'll start with our meditation practice today, and then after meditation, we learn more about the concept of finding our purpose, being aligned to our purpose, and about the concept of Ikigai itself. So friends and masters, let's get into our Anapanasati meditation once again. Remove your spectacles if anyone's wearing it. Relax your body. Get into the posture. Let's meditate.
Dear friends, dear masters, with your specs removed, eyes closed, keep your hands on your chest area and resting your attention on your beautiful heart. With a slow, long, relaxing breath, connect with your heart center. Feel it, dear friends. No tears. The beat, the rhythm of your heart. Your inner knowingness. the center of all emotions, nurturing all life with its higher vibrations of love, compassion, gratitude. Can you recollect an experience from your past? Or simply go into an experience of higher emotion? Imagine that you are experiencing great, beautiful nature. You're trekking into mountains. You're helping people in need. Relive that moment and feel that energy. And allow yourself to direct that energy onto everyone and everything on this planet to help them heal. Where your attention goes, there your energy flows. Relive that moment and feel that energy and spread that energy to everyone, to everything, or to those who are in need. The more you experience love, compassion, deep joy, the more coherent you become, the more connected you become. You and slowly let's go into breath mindfulness meditation. With your fingers into fingers, hands comfortably rested in your lap. Observe your normal, natural in-breath and the out-breath. We are going into powerful group meditation. Observe your normal, natural in-breath and the out-breath. With your attention at the root of your nose, when you observe your breath, your mind becomes less and less of thought. as your mind is becoming empty, allow yourself to experience that deeper calmness inside of you, all around you. Allow yourself to merge into your breath and allow yourself to experience emptiness, blackness. Where there's no body, where there's no thing. All emptiness is energy. The quantum field of infinite possibilities. The field of wholeness, the field of oneness. The longer you stay aware of this emptiness, this energy, the more you become of it, the more you receive from it. oneness, this field of energy, the field of creation, the more you are with it, with this emptiness, the more you tune in. The miraculous possibilities. The more expansive you become. If you find yourself distracted in thought, go back to observing your breath and allow yourself to go into that emptiness. This is your divine self, your greater mind. The more you are with it, the more whole you become, the more empowered you become. and you express gratitude to all things and everyone. Express gratitude to your parents for giving this beautiful connection to life. Be grateful to your teachers and mentors for expanding your knowledge and wisdom. Give thanks to everyone in your life, your family, friends, colleagues, relatives, partners, for helping you learn and experience many things. Be grateful to this grand nature, the fish, the bird, the animal, the planet, stars, sun, moon, Mother Earth, for all the energy, beauty, mystery, and more in our life. For gratitude to everything you use, the system, the company, the governments, the technology that supports our life in many, many ways. Gratitude to yourself for caring for you, for caring for others, and to this intelligent universe for helping us experience this life. Gratitude is the ultimate state of receivership. Recollect your experiences from the session. How did you feel? What have you seen? And whenever you're ready, you can keep your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds, and then you may open your eyes.
All right. Welcome back, friends and masters. Before we get to the topic, is there anybody who wants to share your meditation experience, what you felt today, or over the 38 days of vibe session also? Please feel free to unmute yourself and share. Anyone? Okay, then I'll get to the topic. I'll also wait after that, so we'll spend a few more minutes if anyone wants to share or ask questions later as well. So, like I was speaking in the beginning, right? Today's session mostly is around discovering or life's purpose, especially based on the book Ikigai, or this Japanese concept called Ikigai. And there are two versions of books. One is like the version for adults or majors, right? This book is called Ikigai, a Japanese Secret to a Long and Happy Life. Hector Garcia and Frances, what is her name? Morales. I don't even know how to pronounce it correctly, but it's a beautiful book. So years ago, I think, based on the recommended books, I had read this. And again, while preparing for this session, because we have much more younger audience here, there's another version of the book called, again, Ikigai for Teens. So concept is again the same, but the way it's introduced, and there are some activities or self-reflection questions that are there in this book for teens. Again, both are great. Pick anything, read. They're wonderful, inspiring stories of people who found their ikigai and how they found it. What is the secret? How can you find all of that? So basically, these two authors, they wrote this book based out of a discussion that they had, right? There's this village called Ogimi in Okinawa province of Japan, and majority of the centenarians, that is people who live beyond 100 years old, live in this city, live in this village. So they were figuring out what is it that makes people live so long? How is it possible that so many people above 100 years of age are living here in this Ogimi village? So that's when they had their question, and in that quest, whatever they discovered later, they wrote this book also. So basically, when they were looking at what is it that is making these people live such a life here in this small village, few components is what they discovered. I'll just quickly share my screen. Yeah, the name of the book for somebody asking, it's the one on the left. So this is the original version of the book, not the teens book. That's the original version there, Ikigai. So few crux, of course, there's many more things that they discovered of why these people lived a long and happy life. But few of the things were, they did not have a retirement. Most of us, right, we think that, okay, I have to work till these many years of my life, and then I will just retire, not really work, not do anything, and then I'll just enjoy my life. But the people of this village really had no concept of retirement, even though they might have stopped their professional work, but they continued to do things that they loved. So there was no really retirement age. They kept working, they kept doing something even after, say, 60 or 62, whatever we think is the age of retirement. And then they used to exercise, meditate. They had something for themselves. They had some time dedicated for themselves. So that kept them young and happy. Exercise, yoga, meditation, whatever that is. So they used to constantly take up some practice for themselves. And then they used to spend a lot of time in nature. So especially in this village, they used to, even the thing that they loved doing, right? After probably the professional work, majority of them took up to gardening, farming, things like that. So they used to spend a lot of time in nature, and that again added to an improved quality of life. And another thing is they used to eat a lot of fresh local produce, which is why now if whenever somebody is speaking of sustainable life choices, you have to eat vegetarian food, vegan food, all of that. It's also about saying use locally sourced food, because the longer the food travels, then there will be preservatives and all of that, right? So they used to have their own farm fresh gardens, then they used to get food from there. They used to eat a lot of healthy fresh food. Plus, they used to follow this concept of not eating beyond 80%. So they would never eat for taste, right? 80% is how much they would want to eat, and they followed that, again, keeping them young and active. And they used to also have a lot of social activities. So it was never in isolation. So they used to spend a lot of time doing community activities like dancing, singing every weekend or Friday night. I've forgotten which day of the week they spent, but they made sure that everybody there gathered locally and they used to spend time together. So this is how they discovered. And the most important reason is they had discovered their ikigai, the reason for jumping out of bed. Just going by the terms, it says iki means life, gai means to be worthwhile. So what is it that makes your life worthwhile? So the authors thought that because the people of this village had found their ikigai, they lived a long and happy life. And that's how their quest began, and they wrote this book as well. Yet again, moving to the teenage version, the introduction is different and beautiful. So the author asks us to imagine, say you're riding a bike and there are four options in front of you. Like, which path do you want to take? Do you want to choose money? Do you want to do something that gets you more money? But then does money really buy you everything? Again, this could be a question, challenge, whatever. But the author said, no, money does not buy you friends. It does not buy love. It does not buy happiness. So maybe you would want to consider it then. So then do you want to choose fame? Yeah, celebrities enjoy a lot of fame. But do you think it also comes with a sense of loneliness? Because unless you're in that limelight, you might be experiencing loneliness. So they say, okay, consider the next path then. So the next path is power. Yeah, it's great to enjoy power, but deep down, do people really respect those in power because they respect them, or is it fear based? So yet again, consider, and they give the fourth option, which is ikigai, to find the reason for being, or what makes you jump out of the bed every single day, not because your alarm's ringing, but because there is a deeper sense of purpose, deeper sense of living that gives you great joy. So why don't you choose Ikigai? And that's how they introduce this book. So again, they begin with the story of Lang Lang, right? He's a famous pianist. And for him, he discovered Ikigai when he was just 2 years of age. So he was watching this show, Tom and Jerry, and there, when one of the episodes, even I recall that episode where Tom is playing piano and then it hits on Jerry's head and that small cone thing comes, right? What is it? It swells, something like that. So he got fascinated with that instrument, and later he started learning, developing. There were many rejections. He didn't get selected to the school that he wanted to go, but he became a successful pianist. And so he had discovered what he wanted to do at the age of 2 itself, and he started his practice of learning piano back then. But that does not mean every single person will find their ikigai, or the reason of, or being, or life's purpose at the same time, because everybody's journey is different, and the authors themselves give their beautiful journeys, right? Of how Hector Garcia, he loved playing games. He wanted to develop something in games. He wanted tech, but then he changed paths. He went, explored many things, became started businesses and everything. And finally, when he met the other author who was a Sherpa, he suggested, you simplify things very beautifully. So why don't you write a book? And that's when this thought came. And again, Francis Midalis also had multiple things he wanted to do. He thought this, that, that. He learned language. He became, he used to teach languages. He explored writing and everything. And finally, he came to this. So they also had a lot of things that they went on a huge hunt. Do I like this? Do I not? And finally is when they found their purpose and started writing this book, right? So the question is important. And they even say the very fact of finding your purpose, it could itself become purpose. And that's when they also quote, and this another person, Francis Victor, he's the author of the book Man's Search for Meaning. This is another beautiful book I read, very small book again. So that author was put in Nazi concentration camp. If you recall, during World War or before that, Germany used to put all the Jews in concentration camps. They would be put on a lot of stress, torture and everything. But this author, Francis Victor, says he survived it because he had a deeper sense of meaning in life. He knew he had to come. He figured out that strength to come out of the concentration camp even after 3 years alive, because of that sense of hope, that sense of purpose, right? So then he started this concept of logotherapy, asking people, why are you alive? So many people reached out to him for help of, what is my purpose? Why am I alive? And he used to ask, yeah, what makes you continue living? Because they were all survivors of this concentration camp. They had lost their wife, lost their children, lost their husbands. So when they asked, what do you want to live? Some people said, because I wanted to learn music. Some people said, no, I have children. I want to see them graduate, things like that. And so he even said, if none of that is there, in fact, searching for purpose can itself become the purpose of life. So there is no one solution to what is the purpose of life, but that deeper question is itself great. And Ikigai also mentioned it's about using one's unique talent. So this is a very, very senior lady who is to paint her home, right? And later it became a beautiful tourist spot. See, even in her old age, the beauty of art she has created. So I think this is the woman who's to design. Like that, there's no retirement. Once we've discovered our uniqueness, we can go ahead to create whatever we want. So that purpose of life. And these are just some masters or important, influential people in our lives who have discovered and described what they think is the purpose of life. So Mahatma Gandhi used to say, purpose of life is undoubtedly to know oneself. And we cannot do it unless we learn to identify ourselves with all that lives. The instrument of this knowledge is boundless, selfless service. So going beyond oneself, seeing everybody as part of one, and service is that way. So hinting at service again, purpose of life, and Dalai Lama ji, he said the very purpose of life is to be happy, and it comes from that deep that's the kind of happiness. And I have found that the more we care for the happiness of others, the greater is our own sense of well-being. So it's yet again attached to others, purpose or, of being happy. It's not in isolation. Then Deepak Chopra, again, another author of several self-help books. So he also mentions when you combine your ability to express your unique talent with service to humanity, then you make full use of the law of dharma, that is living your purpose. So we were stating right in the beginning that based on our understanding of why we are here or what do we have, who am I, we will always keep doing something. We will think that's our purpose in doing. So if we are born here, not everybody is the same, right? I might be good at something, somebody else is blessed with some other unique talent. So identifying that uniqueness and using it for the benefit of others is what will help us find our purpose. And that's what Chandra sir keeps repeating as well. And of course, our own master, Patriji, he said, purpose of every person on this earth is to regale himself or herself with the highest possible enjoyment, entertainment, and enlightenment. No one needs to suffer. To be free from suffering is what is the purpose of life. So he's catering to all: body, enjoyment. Do whatever that gives you happiness. Watch movies, play sport, learn music. He used to play flute himself. He learn music, pick up an art, eat whatever, like the best food that is there. So enjoy that. And then entertainment for the mind, intellect, then enlightenment for the soul, right? So overcoming suffering, understanding yourself, discovering and contributing, helping, like take that message to everybody else is the purpose. So ultimately, purpose of life is to apply our unique talent in service of others. So eventually, when we meditate more, this question comes, and we will also be able to discover what is it that I have something that others may not. What is that strength that I have? What is that one quality that makes me stand apart? And what can I use that quality for in service of others? So again, when we discover that, so say if I am good at speaking and I'm good at putting words in a simple way, I have to use that more in service of others. Consider teaching, consider becoming a voice for somebody else, things like that, right? So understand, and it could be different things for different people. Somebody might be great at music. So how do you use your music for service of others? Sing more, heal more. Music can also be healing. So you're blessed with, surgeons, they say they're blessed with great skillful hands. Use it for that purpose. So some people are great in meeting, they're great in getting people together. That means they're great at organizing stuff. Some people have such a great logical thinking mind. Coding is their thing. Then they're born be tech, be into tech, right? So understand that. And yet again, purpose can vary from time to time. I discovered based on my knowledge that I have currently, based on how much I've discovered myself, I know something, I have a unique talent and I want to be doing this. Does not mean 5 years later I will do the same things. And even though when we are living our purpose, once we fully experience that, enjoy that self, or get that satisfaction, then we will find something else. We will start our self will start asking more questions of what is it that I want to do next, right? So purpose can vary from time to time. So it's okay if all these years you felt happy, you loved your job, but now there's some discomfort, something is questioning, seems challenging, and you're questioning yourself, am I on the right track? It's okay. Purposes can change, right? And again, purposes can vary from person to person as well. So just because somebody says, okay, this is what I discovered through meditation, this works for me, does not mean that's the same. Everybody has their own unique talents. Everybody has their own timelines. Everybody has their own unique purposes. So we have to utilize meditation and discover ourselves to come to identifying our own individual purposes. And sometimes there could be an overarching purpose. We might be doing smaller tasks at hand, right? Right now, whatever feels right to me, I am doing that. Deep down, there could be an overarching purpose. It's okay to not know everything at once as well. All we have to do is to be aligned, to be, having found that reason of jumping out of bed, to be happy in doing what we are. So we will discover again. To give an example, Chanda sir quotes himself, right? He loved his tech job. He used to love working in tech. So that's how he worked in IT companies for several years. Then he had his own company, he was the ex-vice president of IBM. Later, he got into service. He discovered that he liked getting people together. He liked things at Pyramid Valley International. And then slowly he moved to, okay, that was no longer giving him that satisfaction. He found that he loved teaching more. He wanted to take it to larger masses. Now he discovers that he has that skill of connecting people globally. And that's why he does Buddha CEO Quantum Foundation, several activities and the global conferences where several leaders from different domains are coming to bring this meditation to everyone, right? So all of this can change. And how do we know whether we are aligned to our purpose is biggest thing is listen to your heart. That inner guidance is the best. So if something is not seeming right, your heart is saying, no, I'm no longer satisfied. I need to do better. Listen to it. There could be so much chatter from outside, but the right answers will always come from inside, right? If there is some fear, again, two ways, fear or love. Listen to it. Why are you doing something that you're doing? Is it fear-based? Is it love-based? So what is your heart trying to convey? You're no longer feeling satisfied. Then listen to it. Start taking steps towards doing what your heart is saying. Then do meditation service. If you're really confused, not knowing, it's always great to do some service activities, especially meditation service. So again, I came into service probably 1.5 years after being in meditation. I used to think, no, I'm not yet right for volunteering. I don't have the time. But when I jumped in, I started with, contributing a few articles for Buddha CEO's magazine. And then I started becoming a facilitator, then anything to do with content, giving voiceovers, and then now finally teaching. So eventually I've evolved. I've discovered what are my strengths, what do I enjoy doing, how does it benefit others. So doing service will also let us know, do I enjoy speaking to people, do I enjoy getting people together. There's coordination roles, I take up that as well. Do I enjoy that? Do I enjoy going through the stats? What is it that I enjoy? So when we do service, it's also a reflection. It gives us that inner insight into what do we like doing, where is my heart aligned, where am I going towards. So if you are confused, if that answer is not coming from within, take in service and experiment. And the most important thing, it's okay if we don't know the answer, if we don't know the purpose, but it's not okay to stay stagnant and say, because I'm so confused, I will not do anything, I will get distracted with different things in life. No, instead, experiment, learn something new. If you feel like, okay, I'm not happy with my 9 to 5 job, but I feel like I have to start business, but there's still something holding you back, start learning new things. Start with something small. If I start a business, what should I know? Start with discovering or learning that skill, investing some time for it, experimenting. And even after that, if you're still aligned, that means, yes, that is your purpose. So meditation will help us develop that intuition again. Just by reducing the unnecessary chatter, we will be more in alignment with our intuition. So we will be able to listen to that voice when it comes, because now we are more aware, more mindful. And then, of course, meditation service, because you're in that oneness. Yesterday, Radhiji was asking, how can I experience that oneness? Do service. Because when we are in service, we are not just contributing for ourselves, but we feel we are part of everybody else. We feel that collective growth, collective happiness, right? That's when it will give you clarity on what you want to do next, because you're experimenting and seeing what gives you true contentment. And of course, do experiment. Life spent making mistakes is not only more honorable, but also more useful than life spent doing nothing. So it's okay to commit mistakes, jump in, do experiment, feel today this is right, tomorrow things. It's okay. Many times only when we cancel out saying, okay, this I don't like, or this is not in alignment with me, will we actually discover true purpose, right? Same thing with the authors of the book Ikigai as well. After they did multiple things, they realized, okay, this is not giving me that happiness. This is not what I really want to do. So jump in, experiment. Don't wait till you fully understand purpose. Don't be a perfectionist, right? Intent is important. I want to discover purpose. I feel this is where I'm being drawn towards. Start taking action. Don't sit and wait that, oh, until I get full answer in meditation that this is what is my purpose, will I start doing something? No. See where you're taken into that state of flow, right? State of flow means you're enjoying something so much that you don't realize how much time has passed. Many people will say, when I dance, I forget everything. That's the same with me. When I dance, I forget the world around me. So that takes me into state of flow. When I'm speaking to people, when I'm teaching, I again forget the boundaries of time and space. I am fully there. So what is it that takes you into that state of flow? Think about those skills, those abilities and desires. And sometimes they also say there's just one day left for you to live or 1 year left for you to live. What will you want to do more? And then you'll discover your purpose also and go beyond the comfort zone. Start taking action in the line of what you want to do, but it should not be limited to when you have free time, I will do. Despite every challenge that there is, if you take that up and if you give time towards what you want to be doing, despite it being causing you discomfort, you still stay on that path. That's a strong confirmation that you're living your purpose, right? So go beyond comfort zone. Okay, I'm just good at speaking, so I will just stick to speaking in front of one set of audience. No. What do you need to do more? Learn more for it, read more, uh, experiment with the skill, reach more audience. How can I reach more audience? Think about that as well, like that. Go beyond just comfort zone. Oh, I know only the skill, so I will just do that. No, if you have a larger dream, what all is required for it, learn and enhance that. Recognize that whatever you do will not go waste, right? So many times we hear this, oh, why are you doing this? You're already too late. No, don't take this risk of quitting your job and trying something new now. You will not settle. Or, why are you learning so many things? How is it going to serve? Anyway, you'll end up doing one job. Many things like this could come our way, but nothing will go waste, right? Every skill will be of use somewhere. So recognize that nothing will go waste. And then in the teens book, this is another concept that the authors have given. They were giving example of how, sorry, I'll just take a moment to see anything in the chat box. Okay, it's about books names. All right, I just wanted to see that don't go too much beyond time, so we are. So let me quickly wrap up. So how Siddhartha went from being a prince to becoming Buddha, right? In that phase, so recommend these steps on discovering life purpose. Use your imagination. And Kaizen means do something every single day. Small progress matters every day. So learn something or act in that, and then find inspiration. What is it that inspires you? There that lies the answer. And in that journey, when he was going from Siddhartha to becoming Buddha, many people came his way, and he was thankful, grateful for everybody who taught him something. So same thing, express gratitude in your own life. It could be jobs, it could be different challenges that come, different people who come to teach us. Be grateful. And audacity here is that boldness, audacity in the positive light. So Buddha had to leave all his comforts of the palace and then take on this bold step to pursue, right? He was not happy. It was not something when he saw old age, sickness, illness, death. He was no longer satisfied with what he was having. So he overcame all of that comfort of life to find something more. That's when he was able to become Buddha, right? So have that boldness to pursue things beyond and then improvise, learn, become better. So when you follow all of this is how you will find Ikigai also. And this is yet another chart. So please read the book. We cannot cover the depth of that book entirely in this limited time. But ideally, they say the intersection of what you love, what you are good at doing, what you can be paid for, and what the world needs. So basically, it's the same thing, right? Identifying what is unique in you. What do you enjoy? What gives you that sense of contentment, happiness, and what can you put in the service of others? In between all of this is where you will find your ikigai. And meditation gives us that clarity to identify our unique talents, our strength of what we have, of how we can benefit. And very, very sorry that we are beyond time, taken more, but for those of you who stayed back, if you have any questions, if you want to share something, please feel free to do that. Before that, Kay, are there any announcements? You're on mute.
Sorry. Yes, just one small announcement that the Book Club. So I think we have a session tonight itself. Yes, from 8 to 9:15 p.m. We encourage participants to be part of the book club because the book is on mindfulness in the modern world by Osho. So amazing book. If anybody would like to participate, be part of the discussions that what is being written and what are the interpretations. So again, it's free of cost. Do join and learn and be inspired and inspire more people out there. So that's the announcement for today.
Thank you so much. Yes, another beautiful book. Take some time and join the book club. Anybody has questions, thoughts? All right, thank you. See you all tomorrow. Thank you, Kirangi, Vignesh, and Kira.